Welcome to my channel Coin Wealth USA. You are about to discover the incredible story behind one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in United States history. Get ready, because we are talking about the legendary Liberty One dime from the year. This is not just a small piece of metal, it is a piece of living history, a symbol of freedom, artistry, and unexpected fortune. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's journey into the past to uncover why this seemingly ordinary dime could now be worth a mind-blowing $555 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, $555 million. Our story begins in the late 18th century when the concept of a standardized American coinage system was still a dream. Fast forward to 1796, when the very first dimes were introduced under the authorization of the Coinage Act. These 10-cent pieces became essential in daily commerce, embodying the spirit of a young and determined nation. By the time the 20th century rolled around, America had undergone revolutions, wars, and an industrial boom. The dime had evolved too. After decades of different designs, from the draped bust to the seated Liberty and later the barber dime, it was time for a modern representation of American ideals. Thus, the U.S. Mint introduced the design we now associate most with the dime, the Roosevelt dime, named after President Franklin D. Roosevelt in honor of his leadership and efforts in founding the March of Dimes to fight polio. Now, enter the year 1977, a time of cultural change, technological innovation, and national reflection. America was healing from the wounds of the Vietnam War, celebrating milestones in civil rights, and exploring new frontiers in space and technology. Amid all this, the U.S. Mint continued its duty of producing currency for a rapidly growing economy. The 1977 Liberty One dime, minted primarily at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, was crafted from a clad composition of copper and nickel. Weighing grams and measuring millimeters in diameter, it bore the familiar portrait of President Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek, the mint's chief engraver at the time. However, within the countless millions of dimes minted that year, something extraordinary happened. An extremely rare variant emerged. A misstrike, or perhaps an experimental piece, slipped through the cracks. This particular coin had remarkable features: an unusual planchet, superior detail, and unique minting errors that distinguished it from the ordinary dimes of its era. Collectors later discovered this anomaly and began to realize that this was not just another everyday dime. No, this coin carried something far greater: historical significance, unmatched rarity, and the dreams of fortune. Over time, its legend grew. Auction houses, coin experts, and museums began seeking this dime with an intensity reserved for lost treasures. Today, in 2025, the rarest specimen of the 1977 Liberty One dime is valued at an astronomical $555 million. That is correct, $500 million for one tiny coin that could easily fit on the tip of your finger. How is this even possible, you may ask? The worth of this coin is driven by multiple factors: extreme rarity, historical importance, cultural symbolism, and the pure mystique surrounding its existence. Only one known specimen with these unique attributes is confirmed to exist. It is in pristine condition, certified by top grading authorities as a perfect example of numismatic excellence. This single coin captures a moment in time, the skill of engravers, the energy of a nation in transition, and the powerful symbolism of liberty that America so proudly cherishes. It is not just a piece of metal, it is a piece of history itself, preserved perfectly against the tides of time. Now let's talk a bit more about the overall 1977 dime production. In 1977, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately a million dimes, and the Denver Mint produced around 400 million more. These dimes circulated widely, used in countless vending machines, payphones, and everyday purchases. Most were spent, lost, melted down, or worn into obscurity. Yet, among those millions, this one incredible specimen survived, hidden for decades until sharp-eyed collectors brought it into the spotlight. When this remarkable dime first appeared at a major auction, the room was electric with excitement. Bids climbed rapidly: 1 million, 10 million, 50 million, until finally, a private collector, whose identity remains confidential to this day, secured it for an eye-watering $555 million. This shattered all previous records for a U.S. coin sale and made the 1977 Liberty One dime not just valuable, but legendary. Imagine, just for a moment, finding a dime in your pocket change that could change your life forever. Imagine owning a coin so powerful in its history and rarity that it instantly makes you part of the lore of numismatic greatness. It sounds like a dream, but for one person, that dream became reality. The 1977 Liberty One dime teaches us all an important lesson, that sometimes, extraordinary treasures are hiding in the most ordinary places. It reminds us to pay attention, to cherish history, and to appreciate the intricate beauty and craftsmanship that goes into every coin. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through time. If you enjoyed exploring the story of the 1977 Liberty One dime, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more fascinating numismatic adventures, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another hidden treasure story. Who knows, maybe next time, the treasure will be waiting for you, right in your very own pocket. Until then, keep searching, keep dreaming, and remember, history is everywhere sometimes, even in the palm of your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters, today we're diving into one of the most unbelievable stories in modern coin collecting. Imagine holding a small, shiny coin in your hand. It's a dime. Just 10 cents. Tiny. Simple. Ordinary. Or so it seems. But what if I told you that this specific dime, the 2001 Liberty One dime from the United States, could be worth a jaw-dropping, heart-stopping $155 million? That's right, one tiny coin, worth more than a private island, more than a mansion in Beverly Hills, even more than a spaceflight ticket. In today's video, we'll break down why this coin is so special, what to look for, how history shaped its creation, and how it went from pocket change to life-changing treasure. We're talking hidden minting errors, mysterious production origins, and the rarest version of a coin that most Americans used without a second glance. The 2001 Liberty One dime was minted in Philadelphia, hence the P mint mark stamped proudly on its obverse side. At a glance, it looks like every other Roosevelt dime. It carries the familiar portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, facing left, a design that has graced the dime since the words "and" are inscribed with precision, and the date 2001 sits beneath the iconic profile. But not all dimes are created equal, and here's where things take a mysterious turn. The 2001 dime was minted during a transitional time for the U.S. Mint. This was a period of experimentation, technological upgrades, and some undocumented trial runs that have only recently come to light. While the Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions of dimes that year, only one known error variant of this coin has surfaced that is believed to be unlike anything else ever minted: a misprint, a rare metal alloy variation, or even a prototype that was never meant to enter circulation. What makes this coin potentially worth $155 million? The answer lies in a series of highly unusual features that separate this specimen from the rest. In early 2024, a private collector in Texas reported discovering a 2001 dime with unusual coloration, weight, and a distinct doubling of certain letters and numbers, a phenomenon known in the coin world as a double die error. Experts who examined the coin noticed something unprecedented: traces of platinum and palladium in the metallic composition, suggesting this dime may have been part of a top-secret minting test using precious metals. This dime is believed to be the only known example of its kind. A true numismatic unicorn. It passed through the hands of countless dealers and experts, with some initially thinking it was a clever counterfeit. But further metallurgical analysis confirmed its authenticity. The auction house that recently listed the coin appraised it at an eye-watering $155 million, citing its unmatched rarity, historical curiosity, and legendary status in the coin world. And if you're thinking this is too good to be true, remember, similar stories have happened before. The 1933 Double Eagle once sold for over $18 million. The 1794 Flowing Hair Silver Dollar fetched over $10 million. In comparison, the 2001 Liberty dime, with its bizarre characteristics, modern origin, and rumored connection to mint experimentation, is perfectly positioned to break every record. Let's rewind even further. The Roosevelt dime, which began circulating in 1946, replaced the mercury dime. It was designed to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt's legacy, especially his fight against polio and the founding of the March of Dimes campaign. The design has stayed relatively consistent for decades, but the coin emerged at a time when the U.S. Mint was rolling out the State Quarters program, a period of intense innovation and higher production scrutiny. The Mint was also working behind the scenes on preparing new security features and experimenting with non-traditional metal mixes to deter counterfeiting. Some speculate that a batch of coins made with experimental compositions such as platinum alloy accidentally entered circulation. Whether by a rogue employee, a system error, or intentional testing, that one dime, the rare 2001 P Liberty dime, may have slipped through. You might be wondering, could I have one of these in my pocket? In your change jar? Tucked in a drawer? Here's what to look for: date and mint marked check for 2001, with a P. Underneath the year, unusual weight or color. A typical dime weighs grams. This rare version may be slightly heavier or different in tone. Doubling, look closely at the letters in and the date. Use a magnifying glass. If there's doubling, you may have struck gold. Non-magnetic test: if your dime sticks to a magnet, it's normal. If it doesn't, it might be made of something rare. Professional appraisal: if you suspect your dime is special, contact a certified numismatist or coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Since the story of the $155 million dime went public, the coin world has gone wild. Collectors everywhere are scouring their pocket change. Major media outlets have run the story. Social media has exploded with hashtags like #Million$Dime and 2001 coin. Auction houses are receiving thousands of inquiries. It has become a cultural sensation, a modern treasure hunt fueled by real possibility. This coin isn't just a currency anymore, it's a legend, a symbol of hope, curiosity, and the thrill of discovery. It reminds us that sometimes, the most ordinary objects can hide extraordinary value. So, the next time you get change from the grocery store, take a moment. Check your dimes. Look closely. Because that little piece of metal might not just be worth 10 cents. It might be the lost legend, the $155 million miracle. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest and most mysterious coins in American history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next numismatic adventure. And if you think you might have found a rare coin or have a collection you'd like us to cover, leave a comment down below. Who knows? Maybe your coin is the next to make history. Thanks for watching, and keep hunting because treasure is everywhere. Today, we take a deep dive into one of the most fascinating, mysterious, and surprisingly valuable coins in modern American history, the 2007 P Liberty 1 dime from the United States of America. A coin so small in size yet so mighty in value, with a staggering current estimated worth of $455 million in the collector's market. That's right, $455 million for a dime that might just be hiding in plain sight inside your change jar. But how did this little coin, seemingly just another modern 10-cent piece, climb the ranks of numismatic royalty? What's the real story behind the 2007 P Liberty dime, and why is it shaking up auctions, collectors' vaults, and coin conventions around the globe? Sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and let's embark on a journey through history, mystery, value, and a bit of minting magic. As we uncover the full story of the 2007 P Liberty 1 dime, a coin with a tale worth far more than 10 cents. To truly understand the worth of this coin, we must first understand its roots. The dime as a denomination dates back to 1796, when the first U.S. dimes were struck under the authority of the Coinage Act of 1792. Ever since, the dime has evolved through numerous designs, from the draped bust and capped bust to the barber and mercury dimes. But in 1946, a major change came with the introduction of the Roosevelt dime, created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his passing. Fast forward to the year our star coin was minted. In this year, America was witnessing changes in the global economy, shifting leadership in world markets, and a surge in interest for modern collectible coins. The U.S. Mint, known for precision and quality, continued the Roosevelt design on the obverse, showing Roosevelt's proud profile. On the reverse, the classic torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch stood strong, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength, the three core values of the American spirit. Now, what sets the 2007 Liberty One dime apart? The key is in the mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest mint in the United States. While billions of dimes have passed through the Philadelphia presses, a rare combination of mis-strikes, high-grade preservation, and a rumored ultra-limited error strike have made the 2007 Liberty dime a hot topic in coin collecting circles. In total, over 1 billion dimes were minted in, yes, that's right, over 1 billion. But not all of them are created equal. A tiny fraction, possibly fewer than 10 known examples, were struck with a minting error that created what's now referred to as the Liberty Shadow Strike. This subtle misalignment gave Roosevelt's profile a mysterious doubling effect, making the coin appear as if Roosevelt had a shadow twin. These coins were released into circulation unnoticed. But as eagle-eyed collectors started spotting the anomaly, the buzz began to build. Was it a fluke, a mint worker's prank, a genuine accidental treasure? Regardless of the cause, what followed was unprecedented bidding wars, private sales, and museum requests. One such 2007 Liberty dime sold for a reported $2.3 million at a private collector's auction in early 2024, catapulting the coin into global headlines. But that sale opened the floodgates. More rare examples emerged. And in one mind-blowing valuation, a pristine specimen certified MS-70 by a top grading service was estimated at a staggering $455 million. Why such a high value? Well, rarity, condition, and historical mystery are a powerful trio. This coin, especially in mint condition, holds symbolic weight far beyond its 10-cent face value. It's become a modern American legend, much like the 1943 copper penny or the 1913 Liberty Head nickel. The 2007 date on the obverse with the mint mark, a perfectly preserved rim and clean field. Any unusual doubling or shadowing around the lettering or Roosevelt's head, a smooth, uncirculated surface with no signs of wear. If you find one like this, it's worth getting professionally graded. Because who knows? You might be holding one of the very few multi-million-dollar dimes in existence. Let's talk about the collector's market. The numismatic community is currently experiencing a golden age. With rising interest in cryptocurrency, NFTs, and rare physical assets, collectible coins are gaining new respect as solid investments. And the 2007 Liberty One dime stands at the crossroads of modern and historic value. Investors see it as a one-of-a-kind opportunity. Museums see it as a symbol of minting perfection. And collectors? Well, they see it as the holy grail of early 21st century coinage. The 2007 Liberty dime isn't just rare, it's legendary. Every once in a while, a coin redefines what modern numismatics can be. This is that coin, from pocket change to priceless artifact. From overlooked 10-cent piece to a jaw-dropping $455 million treasure. The 2007 Liberty One dime reminds us all that true value often lies hidden in plain sight. So, the next time you receive change at the grocery store, or you're cleaning out your drawer, take a closer look. That ordinary-looking dime might just be your ticket to numismatic history and unimaginable wealth. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most surprising coin stories, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin videos, and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on hidden treasures like this one.